It's Darth Vader! Watch out!
Like millions of children growing up in the early 80s, the Star Wars movies were a vital part of our imagination. Chock full of exciting action, fearless heroes,
But I was going into Toshi Station to pick up some power converters.
and mind-blowing special effects, the Star Wars trilogy is just as much fun to watch 35 years later. Then came the dark times, the prequel trilogy. I really wanted to like these movies, but they just didn't cut it. Maybe they were badly made, maybe I'd just grown up, but for whatever reason, the prequels killed my interest in the continuing story of the Star Wars saga.
I am proud to announce the Walt Disney Company is acquiring Lucasfilm.
When George Lucas announced he had sold Star Wars to Disney, a lot of people got excited. Finally, they said, now that the flannel-wearing chinless wonder no longer controls the rights, we'll finally get some good Star Wars movies.
Yippee!
So while Lucas finally found himself free to pursue what he'd always wanted to do, sit alone in a mall food court eating spaghetti, Disney got to work cranking out new Star Wars movie after Star Wars movie. Rogue One, The Last Jedi, Han Solo, none of which I've gotten around to seeing yet, despite the fact they're right there on Netflix. You could watch them anytime you like. It isn't that I'm actively avoiding them. It's just as you get older, you have less time to sit down for an entire movie. And with so much out there to see, it's hard to justify spending that time on something you're only kinda interested in. As well as glutting the market with movie after movie, Disney also went hard pumping out all kinds of merchandise, a lot of which seems to find its way to my local Dollarama. During a recent trip to Dollarama to buy shavers, because I'm too cheap to spring for the Gillette Fusions, I noticed they had a whole whack of remaindered Rogue One action figures. I figured what the hell and picked up a few, even though I have no idea who the hell any of these characters are. Jyn Erso and Body Rook? Okay, now I know she's the star of the movie, and that guy looks like a good guy, so I'm guessing he helps her steal the Death Star plans or something? I see they use new packaging now. I guess the old glued-on bubble made it too easy for people to shoplift figures, so those money grubbers at Disney designed this new, harder-to-open packaging. Kinda sucks the way you wind up destroying the cardboard, as one of my favorite things as a kid with the old Star Wars figures was peeling the bubble off as carefully as you could, so you could keep a collection of the card backs. I love how this one got ripped, and someone made the effort to draw in the missing parts of the picture. Body Rock kinda looks like he's wearing Michael Myers' blue jumpsuit. He's tall and lanky, just like the shape was in the original Halloween. I bet if you took his vest off, and swapped in a different head, you could make a pretty cool Michael Myers custom figure. Is that Jyn supposed to be related to Qui-Gon Jinn? I doubt it. The names are spelled different. I'm guessing she's disguised as one of the Death Star guys? As a kid, my favorite figures were the ones who came with helmets that covered their whole head, like Leia and Lando from Jabba's palace. It was like getting two figures in one. Man, this helmet is hard to take off. I bet a lot of kids wind up accidentally yanking her head off. If kids actually bought these figures to play with, of course. It's cool they gave her this big honkin' gun that fires. I guess Disney isn't afraid of some kid choking to death, like the ones that caused the cancellation of the rocket-firing Boba Fett. But what the hell are these? Weapons? Maybe they're batons, used to wave in a landing TIE fighter. I'm not sure what the deal is with this one. Princess Leia. I know they used CGI to bring her back in Rogue One, but there's no way she looked like this in the movie. So I assume this is from some cartoon series? Look how toothpick thin she is. I'm pretty sure the Princess Leia I remember was a lot chunkier than that. The Dollarama also had these two figure packs. Here we got the classic Stormtrooper, alongside Baze Malbus? I'm guessing he's another member of Jin's team. With that bulky astronaut suit, he looks like he's missing a helmet. The Stormtrooper figure is really good, certainly a lot better than the last one I bought. Let's see. Rebel Commando Poe and Imperial Death Trooper. Kinda reminds me of the Goombas from the Super Mario Bros. Movie. His mouth looks like it's supposed to open and close, but doesn't really. The Death Trooper is really thin. Is there supposed to be a human in there under the armor? Or are these robots like the whatever they were called in Phantom Menace? Now, did Hasbro just add these projectiles to the figures to give them more play value, or are they actually in the movie? I have a hard time imagining a Star Wars film where nearly every character is wearing a rocket launcher and shooting missiles at everything like they're Rambo. And finally, Dollarama had one set with Force Awakens characters, Captain Phasma and Finn. Finn. Finn? Jin. Jin. Finn.
Oprah, Uma. Uma, Oprah.
They give Finn a lightsaber. Did he become a Jedi or something? Interesting how it looks practically identical to the lightsabers they gave Power of the Force figures. Hard to believe there's been no technological advances in the construction of action figure lightsabers since the late 90s. Overall, they're pretty cool, except for the Leia. That one's just weird. She looks like she should have come out of one of those toy bubble vending machines at the supermarket. Hey, do they still have those toy bubble vending machines at the supermarket?
Yippee!
Shenanigans. It's been a lot of fun, shenanigans. But now we've got to run. It's funny how the minutes seem to fly.